Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Cosmoteer. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing challenge number 6. Now for those that are wondering what is challenge number 6, challenge number 6 is we're going to build a 5 million fleet, or a lot of different people submitted their fleets. 5 million credit fleet, no limitations, face off against each other, participating in elimination format. The last fleet standing wins. Starting distance is 1,000. Fleet ships between distance is 80. And we're going to go ahead and start it now. So, first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here to the Battle Helper. Come over here to My Ships. In May, we are going to call this one challenge number 6. Number 6. If I can even spell today. Challenge number 6. Alright. Then inside challenge number 6, we're actually going to create little subfolders. The first person that we're putting in, I think, is Blouses. Blouse. Not your hero. Welcome, welcome. All right. Now let me go find these ships and get these in here. So he has a bunch of ships. He didn't actually put an order in here, so I'm just going to actually dump all of his ships in here so that we can get him in. He's got a nice, decent variety fleet, it looks like. And let's go ahead and add these in. Salute unexcited. Hello Hosep. Welcome, welcome. A thrust. Shockingly big. And a station killer. There you go. Under the 5,000. Now the next person we're going to put inside here as well is we're going to do another new folder. The next new folder, I actually put it in the wrong folder, but that's okay. Another new folder, and this one's going to be, I think, Ghosts ships. So he submitted his next. So we'll come over here to Ghosts, and we'll pull his ships in. His go in a very specific order, so we're going to have to look at the little screenshot to figure this all out. Alright, 4 different ships, but they go in a very specific order. So he's got a Pain first. Then a Suffering, another Suffering, another Pain, another Suffering, an Agony, a Torment, 3 more Sufferings, and 1 more Pain. And there we go, all 5,000. Now the other thing we need to do here is we need to make sure that this distance is 1,000 and this is 80. There you go. Restart the battle. And we'll just take a quick peek and look at all the ships. Now these ships are built by Plouse. You can see right here he's got a 4 deck cannon one on there. This one looks like a little tiny mini laser. Welcome B3, hi. This one looks like a missile kiter with mines on it. This one looks like a little tiny point defense with little lasers on it. And then he's got a heavy shielded lasers with disruptors. So pretty cool. Oh, he's got more. And he's got this nuke wall right here. I think this is going to be very deadly. Then he's got an EMP supporter. Tons and tons of very tanky as well. And then he also has a little railgun for kiting. So very, very dangerous, very, very neat. Alright, on Ghost side over here, he's got this interesting design. Or these mines. It looks like it's a little tiny ramming mine ship. Then he's got a little tiny nukes. Multiple of these Sufferings are these little nukes. More of that one. And then this one he has a railgun, 2 railguns and some point defenses. And then looks like he has a heavy tanking nuke with thrusters and boosters and shields on the back too. So that's kind of neat. Those are the ships. Alright, here we go. Let's close this out. And I wonder if there's a way to do auto camera. Is there a way to do auto camera? Huh. Actually, I don't like auto camera. Let's just play it this way. Alright, here we go. Now the AI tends to always try to go toward the biggest ships, and it looks like the biggest ships on Plow's side is this nuker, which is dangerous because it looks like it gets in it. And then on Ghost's side, it looks like he has this big, huge nuke tank ship. It's just kind of hard to see it all when we try to zoom in and out. You get this one hanging by, you get this one hanging back, and you get a whole bunch of ones just hanging back. Now there's a lot of things going on in here, as you can see. They got mines going off, they got nukes, they got missiles, you got railguns coming in from the side and the back. I think this right here, the EMP is ripping off any shields, and then you have nukes, deck cannons going at you. That nuke wall got destroyed pretty quickly, so that was pretty impressive. Reducing the half speed to show more. That's a good way to say it too. Get some nukes going. You get some of this. You got missiles coming in from the back and the side. This thing tanked very well. Very impressive. I'm sorry, my mic is turned off. I'm over here talking away, and sorry about that. I got a lot of background noise, so apologize for that too. Hello, Don Wayne. Welcome, Not Your Hero. Welcome, Host Up. Thank you for letting me know my mic was off. I think getting behind right here is gonna take him out. And right here, it looks like Ghost is gonna win this particular round. I don't think this one has any more damage, it's just a big tanky wall. But this one right here is definitely still causing damage from behind. Yep. I think each one of the ships are now disabled. So that is going to be a win for Ghost, I'm going to say. I don't think there's any more enough points on the other side. They have different ships here and there, but none of them have any more combat capability, so I think that's it for that one. Alright. It is a 2 out of 3, so we're going to restart and swap. Now we have Ghost on the left-hand side, we have Klaus on the right-hand side. We're going to go ahead and start this battle, and just like how Hosep said, we'll go half speed for right now, just to see how this all interacts. Should probably actually clear everything. Hold on. Let me clear objects. Let's clear everything. Now let's restart the battle. I'll go again. There, now we got less things on the screen. Alright, so I think the first contact they have is these speedy ships coming in from this side. And he has these nukes and everything else going on. Are there deck cannons on this? I didn't even notice the deck cannons on the back of this one, Ghost. Alright, we know what this happens here. I'm kind of interested in this back. They got mines going off over here like crazy. And the mines took out his sufferings pretty quickly on that side. The deck cannons over this one hasn't arrived yet. And then this right here is a pretty neat little build where you can get stuck in the middle just like this is doing, and then you got nukes going off in and in. Very dangerous. These little things right here are pretty neat, but I think with all the different missiles and everything else coming at it, these don't actually get to do the job that they should do. Mines seem like they can damage teammates. That is a high possibility. I don't know the answer to that. I guess we have to see more testing as mines go off. These railguns are sniping from the side, and I think just a little bit more armor over here would have helped protect this from all the different... But you can see right here, this effectively actually took out his tanker when we switched sides there. And then we got a railgun kite here and a missile kite. He lost his mines on both sides. Did he lose his command? He lost one command center. So this command center right here, I think he had another one right here. I think this ship is already disabled. Yeah, it's disabled already. So it's gonna come down to EMP, which still has. That one's still kind of there. He has a laser tag. We'll speed this back up now that we've seen what we need to see, at least from the beginning of the battle. It's between a railgun. This guy's still shooting this kite one. He also still... No, his railgun's already gone. He lost the back. I think the only thing that's left on this one are these deck cannons and then all the shields. One deck cannon left on that one. But he still has his agony. So Ghost might still win on this one as long as this one has powered. What's the power issue happening over here? That's interesting, little pieces firing here and there. How many ships on each side? What's left? All I know from Ghost's side, it looks like there's only 2 ships left, this one and this one. This one's only got... Well, it's starting to lose pieces here and there. It's just got that one deck cannon still. And then there's this railgun. I guess he still has the suffering, but it doesn't have any damage on it. It's just a little... Yeah, there's probably some dedication on there that might need to be a little bit fixed. But it's still working. It's still firing. This is definitely a tanky ship. Very impressive there. With the amount of tanky ability on it. I actually think Ghost is going to win here with this one right here. It's going to eventually... And I'm pretty sure he has more than enough ammo with the amount of sulfur that's in there. I'm pretty sure those railguns are going to be able to take out whatever's left. Yeah, this little kiter, it's kind of neat, but I think it has problems right here. Once the point defenses fire from Klaus's side, I don't think it can fire anymore. Yeah, there's no doors to these, so once these shoot, then they're done. This thing still has a deck hit, so it's still actually tanking, and whatever's still trying to shoot at it, which is this thing. I don't think there's any... There's that one, but it doesn't have anything. Yeah, I don't think he has any more offensive ability except for this, which doesn't really have any movability. So if we just speed this up just a little bit, I'm pretty sure that's the end of that fight. All right, Ghost won 2 out of 3 on that one. Well, 2 out of 3, yeah, he won 2 of them. So we'll move on to the next opponent. I'm gonna call it a win unless anybody thinks otherwise. Yeah, I think he still has a full ship here. Which, based on this one, this is just a piece. And I have no idea why this is shooting at that. I mean, he still has these two right here, but yeah, just dumb AI things. That's what I'm gonna agree on with that one. All right. I just pulled off the wrong team. I have to re-put him back in. All right. He had a pain, suffering, another suffering, another pain, another suffering, an agony, torment, 3 more sufferings, more pain. All right. Next person that submitted their ship, let me just come over here and take a look. It was Hosup. Let's bring in Hosup's fleet now. Come over here. We're going to do a new folder. We're going to do Hosup. We can check the cost after clearing junks. Alright, he's got... Am I thinking these are only 2? Look at this screenshot. Okay, there are only 2. So he's got a Mac. He's got a Mac. He's got a MSC something something. And another Mac. It's kind of interesting. Alright, here we go. Let's clear everything first. So clear objects. Select all, clear it all. Restart the battle. And go. I think because we have just those 3 ships, we don't have to look all over the place. See how the battle goes right here. I think we'll slow it down just for the beginning. I like these missiles, EMP. That's kind of neat. So 2 max, and then this one just speed through and went over right here. What is this, a deck cannon rammer? Yeah, it's a deck cannon rammer. Interesting. And this is a neat missile boat. Y-shaped thing. This is a nasty deck cannon rammer. Oh, he's got missiles on the back and on the front. That's neat. This is a neat fleet. I don't know if he made this as a rammer, but I think it's ram. Yeah, it is a rammer. See how it's doing that thing? So it's literally trying to ram into whatever ship it's targeting. So it's a deck cannon rammer and 2 heavily missile Y boats. That is very impressive. We'll speed this back up to 1x speed now. I'm pretty sure these 2 missile boats, the Max, took out almost all the other ships. Yeah, I just took them all out. And then this rammer right here It has been tanking and doing a ton of damage. I think because the rammer, because it constantly was trying to move around it, I think many of these nukes are missing. See how these nukes are missing? Which caused less damage on it. And then these guys are still staying far away. That's a lot of missiles. That is a lot of missiles. Okay, I'm gonna call that near a win. I'm pretty sure he kept most of his compared to this. Should have put a flat top on the Torment. Wasn't thinking about how a rammer would end up on the side. Yeah, that's definitely did a lot. All right, let's clear the objects. Pretty sure we know what's gonna happen there. We're going to battle here. We're gonna restart and swap, and we're gonna go again. We're gonna leave it at 1x speed this time. See how it goes. These missile boats. Honestly, Hosep, I love this idea so much. This is a cool missile boat. I don't even know if you use it in game, but this thing, just look at it doing all of its damage everywhere. And it's tanky enough with all these shields. It has point defenses on the head. And then this rammer right here. I know we weren't paying attention too much to the rammer, but we were doing it before. You see all these nukes keep hitting on the side. So just like how Not Your Hero was saying, if you made this a flat top, it may have been a little bit better to face a rammer, because only one side of the nukes really are hitting. I think he purposely built these for this challenge, Unexcited, but I'll let Wholesome answer for himself. Yeah, this rammer is nasty. I think this is out of whatever it was using. It was a mine launcher. Why isn't this thing getting close enough? I mean, it doesn't need a lot of speed for this particular challenge, but it does need to get close enough, I think. I don't know what's going on with these things. But I think the rammer is still doing his thing, his number on this guy, on the Torment. See, Hosta says the concept of Mac was done, I don't know, DLN before, but built for the challenge. This is gonna be a hard challenge to face against Hosteps. I can already see this is a dangerous fleet. I'm gonna call that a win for Hostep. I don't see anything else they could face even close to these missile boats, and one is near almost not damaged at all. Didn't take almost any damage, and they still have a good amount more missiles on it. So let's clear the objects. Let's go on to the next one. All right. Next person that submitted their ships and their fleet was Duan Wayne. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. Duan Wayne? Let's see, the one in the group of the piece of armor of the way. I'm going to assume the secondary ship is the more recent one. He submitted me... Do a new folder. New folder, this is DUA. Okay, that's the more recent one, he says. Okay, so we're going to pull in the most recent one that he just sent me, and then a bunch of these other smaller ones, right? It's the same ship. Wait, now I'm confused. Fleet flanker. Wait, which one's which? I don't know which one's going what order. Change the one in the middle ship. What? So this one, right? Yeah, that's this one. Okay, so I took that most recent. That's the same one there, and then he has. I'm so confused at how he submitted. He didn't tell me the exact order. So he has this one, 2 of these, and 1 of these, and 1 of these. Is that right? I think you can still submit another one of these, actually. Is that right? 1 to 7? 1 to 7. I don't know. Go on, Wayne. You tell me, is this correct? Can you do one more of these? Yeah, you can still do that like that. There's no real order to all of this. I don't really know if this is correct. I'm gonna assume yes. 2 flanker, 4 small. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fleet flankers. Okay. So if he says 2 flankers, fleet flankers, so get rid of this one. They almost look like the same ship. 2 flankers first. I'm going to. Then 1 middle ship. Yeah, I'm confused. You should have deleted one of the images that you sent to me. I'm going to assume he doesn't want this one. This one. I'm assuming he wants a flanker. There, you got a flanker on the top, you got a flanker at the bottom. You got this in there, and you got these 2 small ones. Does that work? You didn't tell me the order either, so I'm just going to call that good. I'm just going to say go. Space Maker. This ramming ship is so deadly. Look at it, pushing this one away. I'm interested in how these space makers work. Now, they're not going to stand a chance against all the missiles coming at it. But this flanker did really, really good against one of his. I think his tank right here is going to get demolished by that. And then this is going to win against this one. And then it's literally going to be 2 of these flankers versus this. Yeah, I think this flanker right here. These right here with these flat cannons and flat cannons, and then disruptors on the back like that actually did very well. Surprisingly well against a missile boat. Yeah, he barely lost anything. He still has his nukes and everything. And then these guys are still alive. That's impressive. Wow. I'm actually surprised these little guys are still alive. This head armor right here, and the changes that he did on this fleet flanker, we've seen a lot of it on this channel where we've edited parts of something like this. But I'm pretty sure One Wayne built a lot of this himself. I like the movement on it. He's got a lot of movement in the middle. But I think because his nuke storage is completely gone, he's down to literally just his 4 deck cannons against these deck cannons. And I think this rammer is eventually going to be able to take them all out. And you can see right here, Hosub's rammer has a ton more ammo. Lots and lots of sulfur. He could probably still lose if these little small guys keep hitting from the back and he loses his thrust ability. And I think this right here got it stuck. But the ship's still going. He still has this. He still has most of his control rooms. I think this will be bad if this thing starts facing this way. Whatever his target. It can't rotate around and this guy got behind him. The nice thing about deck cannons is they can still fire. They do mostly can rotate, so it does a good amount. What we're going to do, and I know everyone wants to do a bracket challenge, we're going to go all the way through and do elimination and see who's the first person that wins. Then we're going to go back around and we're going to face other people's fleet against each other again, and then we'll have a first place winner and a second place winner. Or the winner the person that wins first place won't be the one. And those are just going to be a single elimination, so one round. That way we won't spend too much time. So it's I know everyone want a double elimination, but there'll be a first and a second place on this. But we want to just see the first fleet that can go through and win against as many as that they can. That way you'll see most fleets face each other. As long as they stand a chance. Looks like Dwan Wayne's one right here does win against this. So we're going to call that one a win for Dwan Wayne. We're going to restart and swap. We're going to go again. Actually, before I completely do this, let's clear everything. Now let's restart the battle. Did I restart and swap? There. I'm pretty sure it was that way. This is interesting. This triangle. That's an interesting triangle. The fleet flanker has multiple mods on the first spin my ship submission. Yeah. It is a dangerous ship. And this is a dangerous ship too. But this flanker is, as you can see, it's doing deadly amounts of damage. Yeah, the flank is counted for his tactic. I guess it is like a gauntlet type of style. I don't even know how to hold the tournament better. Maybe somebody can explain to me how I would do a tournament format. I don't even watch those, so I don't even know. I guess I could pair them up, right? However many submissions there were. Do it that way. But I've already started doing it this way, so I'll just keep going. I guess we could tier layer stack it, right? 2 versus 1 versus 1, and then we go up, and then whoever is the winner fights that. Okay, I'm getting an idea how I would do it for a tournament. The flankers are definitely tanky up front too. And then these little guys are actually doing damage. They're cheap. How many crew is on this thing? How much crew is on that little tiny guy? 14 cruise ships? Surprisingly, they don't do a ton of damage, but they do enough to chip off little pieces of armor just like that. And he's only got one versus one here. Well, one versus these small little guys too. Interesting ramming ship. Elimination LA just doesn't seem fair. It's a gauntlet for rather than elimination. But then when it keeps going into the lose gauntlet, lose. I mean, I guess we can restructure the whole thing right now. What do you guys think? Restructure it and redo it all, or keep going? The way I'm doing it now. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. Keep it as a gauntlet format for right now, or change it up to be 2 people versus 2 people and then go all the way up and then have the final. I guess we can do it that way. I'll leave it up to you guys to comment and let me know. Different for next time. Makes sense. Keep going for now. Honestly, when we're looking at the 2, I think host-ups might actually be able to, because for crew-wise and then cost-wise, it's going down. And then this right here, he's only got these little tiny laser ships left. And host-up still has deck cannons going. I think shows a description of gauntlets and liberation tournament. Oh, you probably sent me a link. Where'd you send me a link? I don't see it in Discord. No, now he sent me something. Series of points. Direction of finishes eventually defeated. Outcome last one standing if there's an end condition is the winner. And then there's double animations. Winner proceeds to the next round within the standard bracket. Participant was lost. Yeah, I'd need to set it up in a bracket format if I was doing double elimination tournament. He actually ran out of ammo on the back here. And then this one doesn't have power. And there's no shields to block for everlasting, so I think these little tiny laser ones will eventually take this out. After a long, long time. I'm gonna call that Don Wade's win. Alright, let's take out the Mac and see if those are still cool ships. I think a combination of the 2 would actually be really cool. Alright, next person that submitted their fleet was Butter. New folder? Butter. Let's go find this fleet here. He also didn't tell me the exact order, but he has one of these, 2 of these. If they're the same ship, it's the same ship. Then however many of those. Okay, there's no order to them. 2 of these. 1 of these. And 1 of those. Believe? That's right. Okay, restart that. Let's just clear everything, all the objects first. Restart. And we'll go. Now this one right here is an ion fan, which could do some deadly damage. And then these are some interesting deck cannon thingies. That's got a lot of movement. And that's interesting too. I think there's not enough armor here on this part right here in that middle part. So if this keeps hitting the back on that part, it'd have a problem. But this thing's definitely cutting through a lot of things. So that's pretty nice, Butter. And then these deck cannon walls are doing impressive. That one just needs to turn around and come back to the battle. This is probably the most movement I've seen on one of the deck cannon walls. That's a lot of movement. And easily able to flank. So that's actually pretty neat. And then this also has a ton of movement too. Rounds require a bit of prep. You have to assign which fleets, which versus each before it starts, then the winners and each has to move versus each other until one remains. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Butter's fleet right here is going to... Well, what we're going to do here is we're doing this gauntlet style. And I like all the feedback, so thank you for the feedback for next time. So we're going to go through this whole full elimination. Whoever the last man standing is going to be the one that wins. That's the 2 or 3 battles. Then we'll go back around again and we'll face fleets again without the actual winner. I was reading it, and I'm sorry I was mumbling there, unexcited, so thanks. I was reading through the comments. So what I plan to do here is, whoever the final winner is, they won't play in the last eliminations. They'll be the winner of it. That would be first place. In the second place, we're just going to run them through all over again and do a second gauntlet style, but just a single elimination round for each person, so they get to go through it again. And whoever wins those ones. So we'll see who the first place and second place is. I'm pretty sure we're gonna call this as Butter's fleet wins. He only has... Yeah, he has 3 ships standing still. Well, I guess there's still this tiny little guy right here. But I don't think it stands a chance right here. It's gonna get eliminated. And that's all of them. Well... There's these 2 guys right here, but they're stuck on each other. This is what I was worried about with all these little pointy parts out, Dwan Wayne, is they can technically get completely stuck on that ship on each other. Thanks for clarifying the difference there, Not Your Hero. Very, very cool. Thank you. All right. I'm going to call that one a win for Butter. So now we're going to do a restart and swap. We're going to clear everything and battle helper, and we're going to restart the battle, and we're going to go. This is a nasty ship. Has a lot of shields, layer stacking, so it can go fast, so it reduces the armor right there like that. And I think the only tiny weak point is this, just that right there, but because it moves and has so much movement, the angle, they never actually get into there. And then these have so much movement. And it looks like he just got sideswiped right there and lost a whole bunch. He lost a section, but it's nice that they're actually subcategorized in, so it still works even though he lost a whole bunch of ions on this side. I'm really liking this deck cannon wall with the movement on it. This thing's pretty neat. And then this ion fan, it just literally cut through it just like that. And then they're still facing this one, and I'm pretty sure because this ion fan is still going, even though he lost the whole section right here, it's still fully functional. and he lost one of these walls. But this thing has so much movement. It's a cannon swarmer. I love this idea. I love the booster placement on this butter. This is such a cool idea. And then this ion thing. Looks like he's losing pieces here and there with the... because these little guys are doing their job now. And if it hits, it takes out more of these ions. But I think this deck cannon... I'm pretty sure my money's still on butter at the moment. Yeah, this deck cannon wall still took that one out. All it has to do now is turn around and fight these little guys. If these guys had just a tiny bit more firepower, but they're still doing their job. He still has 3 over here, and because the little guys actually did their job this time. Bunch of AI issues. Yeah, the little guys, Dwan Wayne is gonna go to Dwan Wayne this time. I think the last one, because they got stuck on each other, he lost this tiny bit of extra damage. But these little guys, this is what I was thinking about for challenge number 7. Challenge number 7 was I wanted to make to see if people could make little fleets of guys like this, 18 crew or less, and how many of these little guys you could take to beat one of these bigger guys. And who can build the best, smallest little fleet guys that can beat a bigger ship? With 18 crew or less. Saved by the tiny ships, yeah. Yeah, it's out of energy. There's nothing there. The tiny ships definitely did their job. Alright, clear the objects again. This is the final round for this. Restart and swap, and go. That's true. In creative mode, the ships don't disable automatically. I wish that they would. That is one improvement that I wish the developer would do, is once you actually take out the command deck, it would just mark them as junk in the battle helper. But it's up to the developer to do. It would be nice. Here's another issue right here. If these ships stay stuck on each other, this is going to be a huge disadvantage. But maybe an advantage, because look how it just... they were able to stay behind and actually take this one out. That's the nice thing about deck cannons, is they don't interfere with shooting over another ship. So you see how this one's still shooting over the other ship? So technically, it's both these ships just merged to each other to be one gigantic ship when they got stuck to each other like that. Now he's missing his nukes firing on this side and this side. But you can see it was nicely placed this way. And then now they're going to separate from each other, it looks like. This is a nice ship. Okay, I'm gonna call that one Dwan Wayne wins this round again. Alright, we have one last person that submitted their fleet. Let's go pull them in. So the last person that submitted their fleet, we're gonna do a new folder, it's gonna be Zon School. Did I spell that right? Good. Zon School, alright. Zon School submitted his fleet. He's got 4 different ships. Alright, and the order that we have him in is he has Alpha Strike. And another Alpha Strike. Beta Strike. 2 of them. RG Kite. And a small flanker. That's what I'm assuming. He has his 1.6, but he has a small flanker and his other thing, so it's just the ship what it is in. And go. Forgot to clear all the objects. Clear all objects. Do this again. Go. Ships have enough movement not to get stick on each other. Yeah. The catching ability on these is not that high. It falls off each other. I think the little pointy edges could be rounded out a little bit. And this could be rounded out a little bit too, but other than that, it doesn't normally get stuck on each other. I'm thinking the amount of defense with the flat cannons and everything on it really are playing a huge advantage to this. But he's got a lot of... Zlonsko has a lot of flanking ability on all these ships. And then these point defenses also come in handy too against some things, but tank cannons requires far more point defenses to stop all of them. It's a toss-up between these two. Because he still has his railguns over here shooting his thing too. And then this ship is not down yet, but if he keeps facing its back toward here, he could take out the advantage in the back. The nice thing about that head armor is he was able to tank a decent amount. That is a toss-up. But I'm thinking Zlonsko has an actual advantage here. How much ammo does this thing have? Oh, it's got a ton of ammo. But I'm pretty sure Duan Wayne's ships, all three of the big ones, are actually still in play. No, Duan Wayne's is gonna win. This ship's still full in play, this one's still full in play. And this one's still actually moving and doing. So all it has to do is exactly like this, is come right behind, and it's gonna take this out because this one doesn't know its target. That's the one downside about kites. Is yeah, they may never catch up to this guy. But if it gets at another angle, this guy can come at another angle behind it and get him. And he still has... Look at that, that's a bug. Got stuck on each other. He still has all of his ships in play nearly. Except for this one. But that's what I was saying right there. Is all it has to do is get at a weird angle. And he already took out this side and took out some boosters, so now it's going to fly funny. We're going to speed this up so that they actually catch up to each other. Because now it's just a game of cat and mouse. He's probably going to take this one out. And probably going to take that out too. But if they can get rid of one more booster... All the ships are trying to chase it now. He may actually run out of ammo. Or not. Maybe he'll get rid of all these guys actually. Yeah, the little guys are gonna do what I think they were gonna do. Once he takes out all that, because the AI was aiming for another big ship. Alright, we're gonna call that Dwan Wayne's win, because he did win. So now we're gonna come back over here. We're going to clear all objects. And we're gonna restart and swap. And we're gonna go again. Some interesting deadly ships. This one's a smaller version of this. You see this one has the flat cannons definitely play a huge benefit, and then the tank ability. But then if he gets flanked like that and he lost his head armor, that one loses some advantage. But just because he lost his head armor, the ship's still doing tons of damage, as you can see. That's a big fight. But I don't know, I think Dwan Wayne may actually still... Because you eliminate this ship, there's just this last ship right here. There's not enough armor for surrounding all over the place. And the other thing too, it was also whenever you're watching this, or if you're watching it now, these ships actually have more movement than these ones. As you can see, the thrusters, he's got 4 engine rooms there and 2 more engine rooms there on the back. And movement really is king when it comes to doing damage as well as being able to move around. But I think these 2 ships stuck on each other like that. Was able to snipe from behind. And now he's just down to 2 of these ships. And then this one's blocking that way. This one just has that command deck right there. If they take that out. I do like these ones better for the flanking ability. Like if this was here, but these cost far cheaper. Dwan Wayne's 4 of these little guys. These are amazingly doing what you wouldn't think they would do, but they do just enough damage with 2 heavy lasers to really gum up. This one just lost most of his thrusters. He still has his 2 little guys. Alright, we're gonna speed this up. We're gonna see what happens here. It's gonna play this cat and mouse game again. But he doesn't have any more, he just has that one little tiny one. Now the downside of this is I don't think he has any more to do what he did in the last round, so it's gonna run down to this ammo. No. Unless he can get through all the shields. It's gonna eat a ton of ammo. Are there 2 of them or only just 1 left? This kite might actually be able to take it out. And I think it's going to, actually. He has no way to get behind, but now it comes down to ammo. But I think he has enough. This little ship's not gonna... Or it may. I'm gonna call that funny if it does. Now, obviously, if you were controlling the fleet, or each person was controlling the fleet, that railgun, you definitely could have different things where you could go around. You didn't have to play the cat and mouse chase thing, and you could do it differently as long as you had more than one ship left. But that's how that played out. We're going to do one more. We're going to clear it out. We'll restart and swap. Slow this game back down and go. Railgun kite with a lot of ammo. You know, this big mass right here definitely causes huge disadvantages for a lot of ships, front and back. You see right here when you get sideswiped from behind. And if enough of these big ships get taken out, while still actually staying alive, and then this one right here with the railguns coming in the side, I think this is going to do enough damage to actually take this ship out. If they do enough there to open it up. Yeah, if he doesn't lose this other piece, will be 3 big ships against that again. And then this one's already starting to... We only had disruptors to take out the shields. So yeah, it's back to that 3 ships again versus this, versus all these little tiny ones. As long as they don't get stuck on each other. Okay, we're back to that cat and mouse again. But no, cat and mouse didn't work because it was still aiming. So I think first place is gonna go to Dwan Wayne. Thank you for sharing your ships. Thank you for winning that first place. So let's go ahead and now let's do the single elimination. All right, so we're gonna get rid of all of the Dwan Wayne's ships. We'll keep Zonskil's in there, and we're gonna work our way backwards. Backwards as in Plaus. Plaus had his ships, so we're going to pull in Plaus's ships. Let's see how Plaus does. Plaus is going to be the first one, this one. Now we're fighting for second place. Who's going to win second place? This is single elimination. We're not going to do 2 out of 3. Just give you all a chance to see who can win second. A second gauntlet style for second place. Let's clear everything off. See how this goes. This is not single. This is, well, now everyone has a chance to see the ships we didn't see face against different ships. We're just gonna go backwards this way. It's another gauntlet. Yeah, it's another gauntlet. The second gauntlet. We're going to do gauntlet first round. Now we're doing a second gauntlet for second place. But we're not pulling in any Dwan Wayne ships because we'll see how this goes. This nuke wall right here with double command decks on both sides, because the AI doesn't just take him out once you take out one, it does devastating damage with the amount of nukes coming out of it. And your small ships, Dwan Wayne, really did. They did what they needed to do. 2 heavy lasers was enough to gum them up, to do enough damage from side, back, or wherever it was doing. They played key roles in many of the fights. which is why I wanted challenge number 7, like I was thinking about, to be around who can make the smallest ship with the least amount of crew, 14 or 18 crew or whatever, and then see how many of those small ships you can build to beat a bigger ship. This one already lost this way because of this back guy right here. What is this? I think it's a Plouse win. I don't see any other ships except for this. Pretty sure Plouse's ship wins against Zonskul. This is 3 million versus 620 something. So we're gonna pull out Zonskul's. We're gonna move on to the next fleet. Again, we're going backwards. So the next person that was in there was Hosep. We never saw Hosep versus this ship. So now we're gonna pull in Hosep ships. Challenge number 6. Hosep. I need to figure out what order he put it in. He has it as a Mac, MSC, and a Mac. And a Mac. Here's our paddle. Let's clear everything. Here's our battle and go. Wasn't it butter? Was it butter? Hold on. It was butter. Okay, my bad. It's butter. We're gonna do butter ships. Thank you for reminding me. Butter order. What did he say? I'm gonna find what he did for order. He didn't have an order. He just gave me ships. Okay, this one. And 2 of these. And a crab. And a starter. Honestly, my money's still on Plouse's ships. The main reason why is this right here. I don't know how this is going to interact with that. But the nukes are going to do some devastating damage. And then the EMP wall. Yeah, let's just see it right there, those nukes. Devastating damage before the ion wall even got a chance. And this thing is still fully up. Still can launch nukes. It did lose one side, but this side, as long as this is still here, it's gonna keep launching nukes. Lots and lots of nukes. But honestly, butter ships right here, I love these flankers. This gives me so many ideas with these engine rooms. I love this back part. It's costly, it's expensive, but the movement on it, when playing in game, you see so much movement. Yeah, this thing is so deadly. And then these lasers, this thing is also deadly too. This is what I was thinking for the small ships. You had multiple of these small ships do some devastating damage. Amgrill, hello and welcome. Alright, I'm going to call this a Plouse win as well. I don't see him losing that many ships. Most of his 8 ships are still there. Very deadly combination. Okay, now we're going to bring in Hosep ships. Hosep has a Mac, a MSC, and another Mac. We're going to make sure we clear all objects. And we're going to go again. We got Plouse's ships on this side. These are literally 8 different ships, which is really neat. It's got little tiny little starters, does a lot of damage. This one just got annihilated because of the rammer. I'm really interested to see what this will do. This thing's nice and wide, and the rammer is not going to be effective against this as effective as it should have. It didn't do enough damage to this nuke because the rammer is so open. You see all these nukes just ripping apart that. And then these So this kite missile thing has these mines, and then it has this huge shield wall, and as long as nothing gets behind this thing, this is a very nasty missile launcher from Klaus's side. You see how it just tore that up? And then this right here, the combination of these EMPs with the missiles, they're all doing very deadly. This thing's still up. You didn't even lose the command deck on either side of it. So I'm gonna say this is another win for Plows, unless anybody thinks otherwise. Deadly ships. Very deadly. Very, very deadly. Alright, who was the next person that was on it? It was Ghosts. I think that was the first ones between each other, was Plows and Ghost, wasn't it? Guess we'll give him one more shot at this, see how this goes. I think actually Ghost won against the beginning one, if memory serves me right. Alright. We got a Pain. We got a Suffering. We got another Pain. We got another Suffering. We got an Agony. We got a Torment. We got another Suffering. And another Suffering. And another Pain. Wait. That doesn't look right. Pain, Suffering. I'm missing a Suffering. Pain, Suffering, Suffering. Pain. Another Suffering. Agony. Torment. 3 more Sufferings, and then a Pain. There we go. Alright, clear objects. Restart battle, and we go. Alright. This is for second place gauntlet style. And I think the first time we did these against each other, I think because of all these different ships going at each other, if memory serves me right, I'm pretty sure Ghost won the first one. Out of the 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. It was back and forth. But these right here, these mines, these pains, very deadly. But this right here, this MR thrust, this nuke wall open mouth thing is so very deadly. And if this thing stays alive, it keeps doing tons of damage from behind with all these missiles. I'm pretty sure Blaus's ships have most of them still up. He's got these 2 small little ones, he's got this missile boat still. He still has this EMP, and then this thing is still pushing as a rammer. And he still has his sniper back here, but it's dead basically. It doesn't have his railgun anymore. Yeah, with the amount of ships still left on Klaus's side, I think he's gonna overwhelm and swarm this. Take that out, because this probably only just has the 2 deck cannons still left, but he's got limited ammo. And I don't think he has any way to chase up against this. But the nice thing is if this guy turns and starts firing on this, then I'm pretty sure Ghost will have a chance. But if it doesn't turn quick enough and start firing on this guy, it's going to lose his advantage. Which I think it's doing right now. Yeah, now all it has to do is fire on this. So I think Ghost might actually still win. This thing's still tanking. This did an amazing tanking ability job, the Torment. But it looks like he might still get flanked because I don't know what it's shooting at now. Is it shooting at that? I'm pretty sure this is going to come behind and keep... It's going to take it out. If it doesn't turn around, this thing's basically gone, but it still has a command deck. Yeah, I think he just lost most of all his command decks, and now the ship is basically gone. Typical AI. Lots of these little ships. So second place will go to Plows. All right. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I'm pretty sure I still want, I'm just gonna announce it already. Challenge number 7. So for those that are watching, those who've been here for this long, thank you. Challenge number 7. I want challenge number 7 to be a small ship challenge. And the only limitation will be crew size. 18 crew or less. Build as many 18 crew or less ships as you can, and your goal will be to defeat a Polaris with 18 crew. And whoever has the least amount, so you'll tell me how many you're going to take to face it. So you'll build a whole bunch of these little 18 crew ships, and however many 18 crew ships that you can build, 18 crew or less, however you want to build them, 18 crew or less, however many of these 18 crew or less ships you can build, whoever has the least amount of 18 crew ships or less to beat a Polaris will win challenge number 7. So, can you design small little fleet ships that can beat a Polaris? And how many you can take, and whoever has the least amount of those, that's going to be challenge number 7. So good luck building on those ones. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to hit the like button. Helps me out a ton. Helps to push out this and bring awareness to other people. If you like, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Especially what you don't like so that we can improve and make better content. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month. Check out what content I have. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day.